Creep, creep on in, on in, on in.
She appeared quite intimidated and visibly upset. You have to imagine that this is a courtroom full of more than 100 people, and they're all speaking a foreign language to her. When she appeared in court, she was first in the back of the courtroom in a cell, and then she came into the witness box. Now, this was more of a routine.
Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This has been in the news recently. I saw it and I had to make a video. Honestly, this feels to me, this is my opinion. That is all. Take it how you want to take it. This is all allegedly. This feels more of an advertisement for this drug than it does as a drug bust. And this lady, she might have been supposedly nervous in court. But her walking out of the courtroom, what you're going to see, she looks cold as ice. Either she doesn't care or she knows she's going to shut up because she would disappear if she doesn't shut up and just take the charges. But this seems more like a sales pitch or like an advertisement ploy than it does a drug bust to me, in my opinion. And just recently in the news, there was a news station using red and blue flashing lights when they were doing a report on a paragliding accident. They had a small setup. Someone recorded them. You can see it online. You can probably find it easily. And they had the red and blue flashing lights flashing on the reporter and the people they were interviewing because all the other lights were all off to give it a more dramatic effect. Now, here's another thing that happened in the news. This was a while back. They were doing a investigative report on the Dominican Republic, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be interesting." And they were talking about legal prostitution there and everything going on. It wasn't a hard-hitting report on it. It was more almost like a travel guide disguised as a hard-hitting report. They go there instead of saying, "Well, we went to certain towns and cities and these things are happening in certain towns and cities." They're like, "Oh, we went to Puto Canta or we went to this area or we went to this exact area and they're showing the area." And then they said, "Oh, we went and there was this park and they have underage kids there." And this is without, I'm not going to say the news station or anything else. It's my opinion. It was crazy because they're like, "Oh, this park is right here next to this coffee shop, right by, not too far away from the McDonald's, and it's at nighttime when all these kids come and show up and offer their services." I'm like, it would only be worse if they say, if you hit the train tracks, you went too far. There's a comedian that said that, when someone gives I think it was Dane Cook, and they're giving they give you these directions, and you go do do do. If you hit the train tracks, you went too far. A part of this supposed hard hitting expose on legal prostitution in Dominican Republic. They're like, "Oh, it's this park next to this coffee shop, only less than a mile away from McDonald's. At nighttime is when the kids show up to sell themselves, the illegal." And then it was like, "Oh, daytime, let's go to the beach and see if we can pick up women." And they went and got numbers. Now, did they get any acts perform them? I don't know. But they wanted to see supposedly if they can get one of the producers or film guys to get numbers from these women on the beach. And some of them did look underage. And then not only that, they even tried to get hotel staff because they were offering services too. And the interesting thing is they're talking about, "Oh, well, these beaches are private, so the women can't get onto these beaches." I was thinking to myself, this is not hard hitting journalism. This is literally a travel guide for sex tourism. Now, it's all alleged. Same thing with this drug bust. This seems more like a marketing ploy than it does information on a drug bust. Same thing with the alleged. I've seen the video. I'm not going to go through the process of pulling up every single video I'm talking about because it's going to just extend this video too long. They had the red and blue flashing lights off to the side. You couldn't see them, but it was flashing on the reporter and the people they're interviewing, and someone was filming them off side. So it gets to a point when you can't hate the mainstream media enough. You don't realize it. And the same way, this does not feel like a news report, almost more like a marketing ploy. Because either that woman is cold as ice or she's keeping her mouth shut. But the way this is being portrayed anywhere I've seen, and you can check the articles out, it's almost detailed to the point of, oh, it's this new drug, where technically it's not new, but it's like, I guess they're trying to almost sell it like a new drug. It's got bones in it. it like I said, alleged, take it with a grain of salt. You make your own opinion. You'll make your own decisions. Look up those news stories about sex in Dominican Republic. Look up the news story with the red and blue flashing lights because a paraglider crashed. And there was even a news story where a weather reporter was kneeling down in a deep puddle just to make it look like he was wading through water. Like I said, you choose what you want to choose to believe, hear, and see. Go make up your own opinion. Go do your own research and check these things out. This seems more like a marketing ploy than it does a news story. I'll see you on the next one.